What's your most miserable day on deployment? Mine was a Storm Week National Guard call-up that felt like it would never end. We rolled out before sunrise to a staging site and were soaked by sideways rain the second we stepped from the truck. The air smelled like wet plywood and fuel. My socks were done by hour one, boots squishing with every step. The radio chirped with road closures and downed lines. Our job was traffic control and wellness checks, then sandbag detail when the creek rose. I waved cars around a fallen tree while rain ran down my collar. By late morning, my stomach growled, so I cracked open an MRE. It was Chili Mac, the one I always tried to trade away. I ate it cold because the heater never got warm. The crackers tasted like dust. The instant coffee packet leaked in my pocket and stained my glove. My phone sat at 4% with no signal. I kept thinking of my mom asking if I was safe, and I could not send a simple yes. A blister started under my heel and made every step sharp. The rain found every gap in my gear and stayed there. Late afternoon, a call came over the net about a family stuck in a one-story house with water climbing the steps. We tied a rope and waded knee-deep along the street. A grandpa opened the door with a tiny dog under his arm. We guided them out one by one. My legs shook from the cold. The youngest kid kept saying he could not feel his toes. I put him on my back for the last stretch and told a silly story about a boat made from milk jugs. He laughed once, a small sound in the wind, and that kept me moving. When we reached high ground, I felt both heavy and light. We got them to a shelter in a school gym. The generator hummed, and the place smelled like bleach and soup. I peeled off my wet socks, and a layer of skin came with it. I sat on the floor and stared at my boots like they had done something wrong. That was my low point. Not the cold or hunger. It was the quiet after the rush, when you feel every ache at once, and you still have hours to go. My partner handed me a paper cup of lukewarm broth, and I held it just to feel a little heat. Then the little girl from the family came back holding a zip bag. She said her grandpa wanted me to have this. Inside were dry socks warm from a dryer, a packet of hot sauce, and a folded note. The note said, "Thank you for carrying our boy." I put on the socks and felt my whole body sigh. I poured the hot sauce on the last bite of Chili Mac and felt warmth spread to my chest. Outside, the rain kept hammering the roof. Inside the gym, someone started a clap that turned into a cheer. It was not for me. It was for the power crew who got the lights on for one row of cots. But the sound lifted me like a hand under my chin. I stood up, laced my boots, and the day did not feel like it owned me anymore. I still remember the rain, but what sticks is drier warm socks, a packet of hot sauce, and a kid who laughed on my back while the wind howled.